Good evening, folks. Welcome back to another episode of We's Love the Language. We have finished tenses, but as I promised you, I am giving you practice in using tenses. How can we form sentences? How can we explain? Whether it's a short explanation or a slightly bigger explanation, whether it's writing or oral, how can we form sentences correctly without committing mistakes in tenses? So that's the exercise we are going through since last week. So I gave you two situations last week and we have gone through that. That was only a format. Okay, there will be different situations wherein you will have to explain so many stuff. But then, just as a preliminary stage, keeping the beginners also in mind, I gave you a very simple example last week. Of course, we have gone through two examples. So today I will give you, let's see, maybe one or two situations again, and we will try to form the explanation. I will not focus on again taking you through the tenses, but you will have to pinpoint what the tenses are used in each and every sentence. So that's one homework for you, those who are regularly watching my channel. And some people have asked me, in fact demanded, that I should take you through self-introduction. Well, we all know that COVID pandemic is slowly coming to a close and life is slowly getting back to the rails. So opportunities are coming up, new companies are opening up, starts up, and new opportunities are going to knock our doors. So again, there are enough chances, enough possibilities wherein we would be called for interviews, we will apply for new jobs. Probably we are looking for a change, and who knows, we will get a fantastic opportunity. And when you sit across the interview table, they will ask you, yes, please take us through or take me through your profile, and they will call out your name, maybe Ramesh, Johns, whatever. And some interviewer will ask you, please introduce yourself. So these are the common scenario we are going to face. New people who are looking for job change or new job. So somebody wanted, in fact 3 or 4 people asked me, Abhay, in one of your sessions, please take us through the process of self-introduction. So that I will push it for maybe next week or next to next week, till the time, maybe this week and next week also, we will get accustomed with, we will get familiar with usage of tenses in sentences, of course, without mistakes. Okay, here we go. Okay, somebody asked you, tell me about your kids. Okay. So say your friend, probably a very long time friend, but you had a breakup, you had a hiatus, you couldn't foster any relationship with him for quite a period of time, and maybe after 1 to 2 years or 3 years you are meeting and very excited about the meeting, and your friend very fondly asked, yes buddy, tell me about your kids, about your children. Now these are all very basic situations. Please don't think I am taking you back to the primary classes. No, absolutely not. There are so many people, so many friends of mine who do not want to put it in the comment box, ask me, we are not thorough with the tenses, because probably they are thinking it's a very silly thing. Yes, it is a silly thing, but the point is, if you are not thorough with the tenses and if you are using it wrongly, if you are making wrong sentences, giving wrong explanations, then it is not a silly thing. So it is very important for you how to be thorough with the tenses. I told you, I have been telling you this about kids. Okay, you are explaining to your friend, long time buddy, about your kids. You will begin with, I have 2 kids. I have 2 kids. You must spot what's the tenses. Next, 1 in the infancy stage. That means probably 6 months or maximum 1 year or 1.5 years. Okay. So that stage, the child we call an infant. Okay. I have 2 kids, 1 in the infancy stage. Okay. Next, the elder one is 2 years old. The elder one is 2 years old. These are all basic simple sentences. From these sentences you will get a clear idea about how to form sentences. That is why I am taking you through the basics, especially those who are interested, those who are very keen about learning tenses. Again, I told you my idea is not to take my audience, because as you know, I have told you many times, I don't have a specific target audience, maybe a mix of all age group. Probably so many people are not interested to go through tenses again, because maybe they are very thorough with the tenses, but this is targeted towards those people who are not very thorough with the tenses. So once you are not starting with the basic from the foundation, going ahead you wouldn't be thorough. So your friends asked you about your kids. You said, I have 2 kids. One is at the infancy stage and the elder one is 2 years old. Now, what else? What else you will say about your kids? Maybe you can say the elder guy is very naughty. The elder guy is very naughty. Guy is not a bad word. It's perfectly alright. You can use this word here. Some people feel, because I came across some people, they say we shouldn't use guy. It's a colloquial slang. It's a very low category word. There is nothing of that stuff. It's absolutely fine. You can address anyone as guy. You can refer any person as guy when you speak to a second person, third person. The elder one is 2 years old. The elder guy is very naughty. Here, when you are continuously speaking, again using the word the elder, you can avoid. Okay, so this is how you must learn to differentiate. When you have used in this sentence, the elder one is 2 years old, and when again you are using the elder guy is very naughty, this is an extravaganza of the same usage. It's not required. You can avoid using the same word, same phrase in the second consecutive sentence. Okay? Well, we will explain a little more. Another sentence. Now, let's say about the younger one who is in the infancy stage. The younger one needs constant attention because the younger one is an infant. Well, we all know that infant needs constant attention, but you are just picking up the conversation. Your friend also is aware that infant needs constant attention, and when you say that the younger one needs constant attention, you are also aware that it's an infant, but only you are trying to connect sentences, nothing else. This is a very informal chat, and you needn't follow the rules of conversation in a big way because you are talking to your long time friend. Okay, so what I am trying to tell you is through these sentences how the tenses are used. You must get thorough with the tenses used in these sentences. Otherwise, don't go very deep into the technical aspect or the context of the conversation. It's not required. Our idea is to get thorough with the tenses, and if you take it in that sense, these sentences, this conversation is perfectly fine. Okay, if you feel like you can add one more sentence, that means the elder one will go to kindergarten next year. That means he is 2 years old now, maybe 2 years, 2 months, 3 months. Probably, we are not sure about that. We shouldn't be that, perfect or technically correct when we have conversation with our very close friends. It is unnecessary. It is not required. So what I am trying to tell you is just go through the sentences. See what are the tenses used. Two long-time friends, they meet after a long time. Naturally, they strike a conversation. One friend is asking the other guy, tell me about your kids. Then this person explains about his kids. That is the scenario. The younger one needs constant attention, fine. The elder one will go to kindergarten next year. Maybe the elder one will be completing 3 years or 3 years plus, maybe 2 or 3 months extra. So that's the time we put the children into kindergarten if that's a practice we believe in. Otherwise, whatever we plan about the kids, that will happen. But here we stick to the conversation, nothing else. Well, we will come up with another interesting episode next week, that is self-introduction during interview. This is a very important program I am planning for the next week, and that is very significant. So many people want me to do that. Keeping their interest in mind, I will take you through self-introduction program. I don't know, maybe I would be able to finish it off in one shot. If it is stretched further, then we will look forward to completing it in 2 episodes. So that's all from the desk today. We will wind up. We will see you next week, same day, same time. Till then, it's bye from Abhay. Good night.